Hello, everybody. Brian from Bear Bull Traders here. It is the weekend. And of course, this is the weekend video. We'll take a look at what happened last week in the markets. And then we'll take a look ahead and see what we got coming up this week, including some trading ideas. So let's get down to it. All right, let's get down and talk about last week. It was another week, another all-time high for the SPY and the Qs. CPI data released Tuesday showed inflation is still a challenge, still above that Fed 2% level they're targeting. PPI data was a little bit cooler than expected, which of course was a good thing for traders and investors. We had retail sales reported on Thursday, showed the consumer is still in good spirits and spending, and jobless claims fell a little bit more than expected, which showed the labor market is still good. So all that put together, Fed remains on hold for any further rate decreases. And of course, that's not making the White House very happy. They want to see some rate cuts right away, but it's looking like maybe September, earliest possible time for rate cuts. So you can see here where we finished on the Dow, Q, SPY, and IWM. We were all up a little bit, except for the Dow, kind of flat there. Tech, of course, was the biggest winner. Utilities, kind of interesting. Technology, risk on. Utilities, risk off. Of course, utilities is in focus because of the power demand that future power demand that we're seeing with AI and all the new installations there. Energy and healthcare. Energy a little bit lower. Healthcare getting beat up. Seems to be a theme there. And treasuries pretty much flat on the week. You can see not much movement there. The dollar was up a little bit, and Bitcoin. So it's still trading around this 118 level here last I checked. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. But that was your week in review. So in a quick break to take a mention of my books that are available on Amazon, all formats, whether you like electronic, audio, or hard copy. My How to Swing Trade book, the original, and as well Profiting as an Active Trader, a little bit more in-depth swing trading information and position trading, as well as my How to Trade Options book. And you'll see both me trading options, day trading options, as well as taking some positions for swing trades with options, and all that information is in there. And you can check out the description for the links, or just search on Amazon for those books. And yeah, so let's move on and take a look at some indexes here. 2-year Treasury pretty much trading in a range right now, waiting to see if there's going to be any impact with the tariffs. We haven't seen anything yet showing up, but a lot of people are saying it won't. Some of the price increases won't start showing up till the third quarter. And again, same thing with the 10-year. We're just sort of trading in a very narrow range here. Nothing much to see. The Dow, you can see here, sold off a little bit on Friday. Had a little bit of that freak out on Wednesday with possibility that the White House was going to fire the Fed, and then we came back up after that sort of denial was rolled out. So a little bit of you could see here some reaction to that news there. So we still seem to be very much sort of sensitive to news bombs. And you can see here the Dow, again, it's kind of that doji was a reflection of that little bit of concern on Wednesday. The Qs, again, still trending up, still following that 9 EMA, and I guess on a weekly here, you can see we're still here. We're still breaking out, going higher high. And stochastics really overbought here, which will be interesting to see as we go into earnings with a lot of these big names, and see what the reaction is, if it's similar to Netflix. And again, the SPY, same comment really, and again just continuing to move higher here. Stochastics really overbought, but you can see here we get overbought with stochastics, but market continues to go up. So not necessarily an indication that we're going to top out. IWM, again, same comments with the daily chart, and again we're really trying to break out of this 225 area, so that'd be an area to watch on the IWM. VIX, again, the fear index, we're just down in the basement there. No fear, apparently. nothing to be worried about. The dollar seems to be trying to break out of this very long downtrend here. So maybe get some dollar strength. And again, here we're just, we are on a weekly still trading in a range, but again, if we draw a line here, you can see here we are trying to break out of that downtrend line on the dollar. And Bitcoin trading around 118,800, so had a nice spike up there this week, probably on the crypto news, the Genius, I think it's a Genius Act. Maybe it's a bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, but we'll see. It's still trending in a nice direction to the upside. And you can see here a little bit of profit taking on the week. And that was your week in review. In some Amazon, it's not really moving very much, although it is still trending upward. So just sticking with that one. Hood was one I took this week on this breakout here. It's just been really strong. Still holding some, but took a little bit off on Friday, but a really nice breakout here on Hood. Just noticed that in the day trading room, so I took it long. Still long some NVIDIA, and it's just continues to go up there. Still long a little PLTR, again, continues to move up nicely, and still holding some silver as well. Had a nice gap up on the Friday last week and pulled back a little bit, but it's still holding, so I've still got some there in some not silver, but some silver stocks that in my portfolio. So that's it for what I've got holding right now, some of my swing trades. Are into earnings season, got to be careful about being aware of if you're holding something through an earnings report, because swing trading through earnings can be a little bit dicey unless you're prepared with some strategies, maybe some option strategies. I really don't like to hold stocks through earnings. Not too keen on that as far as swing trades go anyway. Anyway, look at Google. Google is reporting Thursday, but you can see here it actually broke out on Friday when the market was selling off. Google kind of went up here. I think there's a lot of people that are expecting some good news on Google. So looking at that for next week, but again, being aware that Thursday is going to be an earnings report. So might want to look at some kind of option strategy for that, like buying call spreads or something in that nature. Meta looks kind of interesting. Now, Meta's going to be reporting sort of towards the end of the month, but putting in a nice doji candle here at the bottom and still holding this this area here, this 700 level. So it might be a nice mover up into earnings. And Uber, again, sort of same comment, has come down here, is down around this moving average, looking like it's getting ready to find a bottom here. So possible long on that one as we get really oversold on stochastics, and maybe is going to turn up here just like it did prior. So another one to watch for next week. And that's about it for what I'm watching. We are really overbought, so we'll just see what happens next week. So wrapping things up here, there's your level on the Dow, Q, SPY, and IWM. As far as economic events go, don't have a lot of stuff this week. Leading economic indicators on Monday, same old jobless claims on Thursday, some home sales data and durable goods data Wednesday and Friday. So, and it's a little bit of a light week here as far as earnings go, although we do have some interesting ones coming up. We've got Coke pre-market on Tuesday. We've got Tesla and Google, which of course will be the ones that'll be in focus here after the close on Wednesday. And it'll be interesting to see how they react after earnings, because we saw Netflix put up some good numbers but sold off. So the question is, a lot of these numbers already baked into the current prices here. So that'll be it for the week. And as far as my sort of high level view, again, markets at all-time highs, despite we got a little bit of profit taking on Friday, but overall still bullish. Dip buyers still supporting the markets. Again, it continues to be hard to be a bear in this market environment. Not a lot of impact with all these new tariff news that keep getting thrown up, but there is still some headline news risk, as you saw on Wednesday with the news about the possibility of Fed chief getting fired. We did get a bit of a sell-off there. So still some headline news risk. And again, I expect some good numbers to be rolled out on earnings. But again, are these results already baked into the prices levels that we're at right now? So that's it, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you hopefully Monday morning in the room, 8 o'clock, starting out the pre-market show, both for our members in the room and live on YouTube. So we'll hopefully see you there. Have a great rest of the weekend. Bye for now.